Hi, my name is Ahmed Zaki, and this is my personal reflection video. So over the duration of this course, we've been introduced to various topics of organizational behavior, and the biggest takeaway I can take from it is that organizational behavior is at the core of makes a company what it is, and to use data to apply new methods to increase our organization's relationships, efficiency, and leadership skills. So I have a company, a startup called Project Steps, and it's an app that rewards users for walking. It did well in Penn State, and I'm in the process of moving it to Chicago. We're planning on launching on August 15th, 2020. And this transition project that I'm in currently, I've been adding a lot of new team members, and we've been working recently a lot together. And the culture that I really want to create is more of a Silicon Valley culture, where it's one that has openness and it's just a free exchange of ideas. Early in the course, we were introduced to generational work styles, and it kind of made me look back into my organization and what I've been doing in terms of what type of people do I have and how old they are. Kind of a habit that I took from State College that because I was just working with students, I was working with millennials, and they kind of have a similar way of working together. However, I realized even when I was building my team here, there's only millennials and college students. So I realized that, and especially the importance of older members, and I think that is something I definitely want to incorporate in my team because just with age, there's experience and networking effects that can really benefit us. And there's not just us as a team, but me individually. I'm still learning as a leader, and having the guidance and mentorship of somebody who's an expert in their field for a while, I think can be very beneficial individually and collectively to the organization. They're also very experienced in problem solving, and definitely I'm very interested in the possible mentorship opportunities they can offer to us. A key barrier I see to this is that older employees expect pay, whereas younger ones and college students don't really. So I think a way around this is to offer them equity options, depending on their value and the expertise that they bring in and how much equity you can offer, but also give them a lower pay, but with the promise of equity options, hopefully if the company goes well. And the impact it can have on the employees, although they're all millennials, I've really focused on creating a culture of open-mindedness and free discussion. And I wanted to know their personal opinions on the matter and just to have an open debate about it. So the first change that I would include is to include more older members. And I think it would have a huge effect on the team in terms of efficiency and individually and collectively in our leadership opportunities and learning capacity. The second change I wanted to include, I kind of like running my organization kind of in a vertical structure. So like, let's say I'm the leader-ish, and then there's generals underneath me, and then underneath them there's like soldiers. So all communication has been really vertical, which has been great. However, I think communication should be more horizontal as it increases cooperation and efficiency between people across an organization. And it really falls within the culture of that I'm trying to create, that it's more of a collaborative effort rather than an authoritarian one. A barrier that I see to this that we don't have a communication platform. We're just using normal message. However, I've been really interested in the program Slack. I've kind of analyzed it and I'm seeing how it can fit into the budget of the company, and it's definitely doable. And even the team have told me they've recommended this platform to me, and I've seen it in class. And I think this would be a great addition to the company, not just having a platform for communication, but having an overall platform to see work done, work tasks, having a schedule. So if anybody on the team, not just the generals, but even the soldiers, if they want to see what's going on in the company and what their timeline is, they can just refer back to the platform. In addition to a communication platform to improve our horizontal and vertical communication, the third and final change I want to introduce is to introduce a 4-day week instead of a 5-day week. I think, especially in a startup environment, it's very dynamic and can be quite stressful. And I've been reading reports and like how they've implemented this in Japan, and then they start implementing it here in States. But I really want to focus if it can work for a startup. It can work for a big organization, but can it work for the dynamic nature of a startup? And I looked into a couple of startups, even a couple of local ones in Illinois, and it's actually increased teams' productivity and efficiency. So this is something I want to include because a startup environment can be quite stressful. because you're not even guaranteed results. You're just really putting all your money on kind of a calculated risk, calculated mitigated risks, I would say. And I think a 4-day week can increase productivity and really increase team morale. A barrier I see to this is that the extra hours that the team would have to put in every day, so they can just work 4 days. And the impact I think it would have on the employees would reduce stress and increase productivity. However, a couple of team members have come to me and talked to me about this, so I want to have it in an open debate and see if everybody's on board with the idea. To conclude, the 3 organizational behavior changes I would make is to include more senior members in the team for their valued leadership and expertise. I would introduce the communication platform Slack to improve horizontal and vertical communication. The third thing I would do is implement a 4-day work week. But the key to these changes is that it's not sudden, that it has to be a gradual transition process to ensure the team understands it and to input their own ideas into it. And throughout the duration of this course and learning the importance of organizational behavior, I've realized that it's not a one-time process. It's a continual process to ensure personal and collective success.